Oh, I love James's hair.
JB.
Oh,
Ronnie
look at
there.
that handsome devil.
Speaking of
Yeah,
hair.
yeah, right.
Mr. Joe Gershaw.
Joe Gershaw.
Gershaw.
Oh,
Gershaw.
look.
Yeah, he took all the Italian away from my life. Gershaw. Hey, Ronnie, you got to tell them about how you put the solos in here. The first night I heard you guys do that, it blew me away.
I just took the song and re-recorded it, in Pro Tools, as they call it, with an apparatus that allows you to duplicate the verses and the choruses, and just kept doing it as many as we decided on doing. So I stacked them in a loop together. So it allows us to actually go off to be able to play the solos.
So the solos are live. When you see the show live,
the solos are live.
live.
Yeah.
And how do you get back on track then?
I listen to it. I have to listen.
Yeah, for him to do a drum solo like he does, because he's not listening for the track and hoping it's correct. He just goes straight on. And every time he makes it, I applaud. Right? You've made it every time so far.
So far.
Yeah, there he is.
That's much. Now here's where we're going to come back live again.
Genius at work.
Right with it.
And the gliss on the piano, everything it all comes together, right?
Exactly. But that's what makes the show real, Joe. This is a real show.
Yeah. The music is all live, the backup singers, and Elvis is on another planet.
And everybody on everybody on stage is aware of his vibe. That's what, there's a vibe going on there.
Yeah.
When we first started in '97, it's just a little small thing, but I had a different colored drum set. I play a different brand than I did back then. And kind of watching some takes of it from the cam shots. I'd look up this drum set and I'd look at the cam and the red drum set. So I got on the phone and I called the drum company and said, let's make some blue drums, Blue sparkle like the other ones.
Like the other ones.
Right.
They did.
And they did?
And they did, yeah.
That's 69 when we opened in Vegas. He looked good, didn't he?
He looked great.
He looked like a cat. He was wearing those black one-piece suits,
Yeah.
Before he got into the real ornate stuff, it was like fringe and leather.
Yeah.
It was great.
It really was great stuff. He looked fantastic.
As my wife said, the best-looking guy that ever walked on the stage.
Ever walked.
He often said to us, I'm not much of a singer, and I certainly can't dance, but he knew he had one thing going for him, his looks. I think he was the most concerned person about his looks of anyone I've ever known.
Yeah?
And it paid off for him.
What about his musicality? I mean, do you think he was a good musician enough to know what he liked or what the people liked?
What the people liked.
What the
he
people
wasn't much
liked.
of a musician, and he was the first to admit it. He wasn't a good musician.
Yeah, I think he was embarrassed by his lack of musicianship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he surrounded himself with people that he trusted.
That did.
But
that did.
he also had great ears.
Oh, well, I was going
Yeah.
to say,
great
that
ears.
has nothing
Great
to do with
ears.
the fact that
Yeah.
that his ear for pitch overall,
Right.
and we hear these tracks, night after night, and it's just amazing how little pitch fixing. Well, they didn't go in and do any pitch fixing,
No.
which could have been easily done,
They just, it was
just
what it
naturally what it was,
He wasn't one to compliment you. Just the fact that you were there is your compliment.
Yeah, and he knew.
Oh no, he give you that compliment
The
on
look.
stage. If you do something,
be the eyes.
he just get over.
Just the
You
way
get that
that
look
smile.
like
You get the look.
That
if you
smile.
nail an ending with him, like,
Yeah.
and he knew it was like one thing that would have been difficult. He just look over and go, give you that nod, like Marty. You'd hear that pedal tone note on.
Yeah.
Love and feeling.
Love and Feeling.
And when he says yeah on that, he's talking to the bass trombone player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says yeah, Marty.
That was
he's-
your compliment.
Yeah, I mean,
That's right.
And that was he loved.
Yeah.
Who else would carry a third trombone player on the road but Elvis Presley? To hear that pedal tone, nobody else would. You'd look for a lead player, wouldn't you, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Marty, of course, was a real specialist. You could hear him in these recordings.
Yeah.
But he talked about the vocal thing too, Gordon. You could, at one time at the piano, he was going, okay, now this is the high singer, and then this is where Gordon's here, and then you got the lead singers are here, and then he said finally, this is the bass, and then JD says way down here, and then he'd like cover the keyboard and show. So I mean, he had some idea about what was going on, and his little fingers were kind of gnarled up there, and he would do that.
He really felt rhythm. Mm-hmm. His rhythmical singing.
Who could ask for anything
Yeah,
more?
right.
Who could ask for
I mean, I learned, from having to depend on everything that I'm hearing and doing these things, I had to learn to depend more and more on the solidity of his vocal track. And it's given me a whole different perspective of his ability,
Yeah.
his rhythmical outlook or ability with his voice. Well, I think it's important to mention right now that what the viewer and what we're listening to is the actual performance, not of the original source.
No, yeah, you're right.
This was taking place at the 25th anniversary, so the sound we're listening, as well as the video.
Well, how would you compare that? I think that's a good point, huh?
There's no comparison.
The voice is the same, okay?
Better.
But the voice is better?
Better.
Right.
Okay. And then the instrumentation and the vocals on stage are live at this moment.
Yes.
Okay, is it better than the recording? Is it better
Yes.
than what you've got on a
Yes.
CD somewhere?
Yes.
It is better.
Yes.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Digital recording.
There's no doubt.
Better microphones, better
equipment.
separation, better equipment overall.
Oh, this is one of his humorous things.
That was good. Yes, it is.
Yes, yeah.
I don't
we
even
gaze at your bald head and wish you had hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but here he is. He's very serious at this moment. Then it hits him.
Well, notice what he does here with his hand. He does
Oh,
this.
he's doing the ink spot.
He's doing the ink spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's going into the ink spots mode right here.
Yeah.
And now he turns around and gives you the look, right?
Yeah.
Mischievous,
He's
you know.
already
He's-
thinking right now.
Yeah, he's working it up
Here
right
it
now.
comes.
Your bald head.
I don't know. I'm glad they didn't do a close up on me at that point.
But his range is great too, wasn't it? I mean, he could sing up with a tenor singer, and he
could.
always loved
He could
bass
sing
singers.
all.
Yeah,
he
he
used to sing those religious songs with us and sing all four parts
All the
and
parts.
sing them well.
yeah, he loved that.
Yeah, he loved to sing the bass. He'd sing the bass for a while. It's a baritone, second tenor, and first
he
tenor.
goes with you.
Ray asked me, "What do you do?" We tell on stage, "What do you do? What would you do when you get on your part?" I said, "Get off of it."
Yeah,
Let him have it.
yeah.
We started working with him in '56 when RCA signed him in January of 1956. Did over 500 recordings with him.
Whoa.
Colonel Parker called for us to go to Vegas with him, and we had so many sessions we couldn't do that. I've always regretted it. He called the Joe Mascale's group, Imperials.
Right.
You fell out about 3 years, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then he called J.D. Sumner to the Stamps.
We thank you for not going to Vegas because we had a good time, enjoyed
Oh,
it.
I know you did.
We,
Well,
we
look at the
appreciate
bright side. It gave us Joe Mascale. I haven't decided whether that's been good or bad yet. I'll find out. Yeah.
That's funny, you know. Our dressing rooms were downstairs at that time the International Hotel, and you open our door and we could see Elvis's door, across the hall, and there was an elevator that came down to the dressing rooms, and it was always interesting to see what movie stars.
Yeah.
I mean, it
All
was,
the
wasn't
celebs,
it? All
yeah,
the celebs that would come down to, after the show to greet Elvis, and it's amazing that everybody wanted to see Elvis.
Yeah.
Well, it's just an interesting moment to talk about that little mischievous thing that he would do
Yeah.
from time to time. He decided, instead of going up the private elevators out the dressing room and up to his, he decided he's going to walk out through the audience and exit the hotel, go right through the casino and the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I happened to be walking out at the same time, and he had, I think, only 2 or 3 of his guys with him. I don't think he had any hotel security at all. And it was funny because I could see him way over out of my peripheral, and I heard a little something, and I looked over, and oh, there's Elvis and the guys. Then I realized that in seconds,
What's he doing?
panic was starting to happen. These women were starting to scream. People were rushing around, because it was a full full casino.
Yeah,
So
well-
I go over to where they are, and we all lock arms. We get kind of like in a V shape and escort him out because people are grabbing at him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that exit went right by that ladies'
right
room,
by
and the
the
line
ladies'
after the
room,
show would
and the
be
women were
horrendous.
just-
Yeah.
They were just
That's
pouring
right, yeah.
over there. So it was a funny moment.
And
And he's laughing the whole time.
Oh, he laughed.
He
He,
loved-
he
he
thought
loved it.
he thought anything like that was
Well, he
funny,
did
and
it
it was
purposely. He
funny.
did it
Yeah, it
purposely.
was.
He did
It was funny.
purposely, yeah.
I remember one time a lady reported, which they didn't have very many in our days, that were allowed in
Right.
to him. But this one, and she said, "Well, you know, I'm an admirer. I like him, but he don't knock me out that much." She said that to us before Elvis came in. When Elvis came in to the room, she froze,
Yeah.
could not say one word. And of course, he was the kindest person in the world. He was so sweet and so kind to people. He said, "Well, ma'am, can I help you?" Tried to break the ice with her, but she just froze.
After Vegas, we went on some dates, like the Cow Palace and the Forum. You remember after that first, after the last bow, Elvis gets in the limo and he's gone, and then the band keeps vamping or something, and then somebody says Elvis has left the building. When he's clear of the building, he's already back at the hotel probably. Anyway, then we all go out, the band and the singers go out to this bus and out in the back of the Coliseum or whatever it was. And the crowd had already come around the back thinking Elvis
They
is
don't
going to...
believe he's gone.
No, they don't
They
believe he's
can't,
gone.
and they won't believe he's gone.
They were shaking the bus. They almost turned the bus over.
Well, we
Yeah,
took
right.
some of those glasses that he's
Yeah.
known for, and I think we put them on
Me,
you, didn't we?
yeah,
Put them on
me,
you,
yeah.
and we had you kind of
Yeah.
scoot down, like you were kind of like, huh? And they were jumping up the bus, and then they started rocking, and they were going to turn
They
the
were
bus
gonna-
over and get you.
Yeah.
You know.
They-
Finally had to get you to take the glasses
Take the
off.
glasses-
All he had to do was sing, and they
Yeah.
were
No,
walking.
I had to get saying, I had to go down and wave at him, say he is not.
He's not here.
No, we got to go. I mean, they wouldn't let the bus. Yeah, I mean, a lot of craziness.
That was Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, is that where that was? I thought it was up north
I think
somewhere.
it was Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It's all a lot of pleasant memories, isn't it?
No, it is. It's great memories.
Wonderful.
And I'm glad the fans are getting to see this. It's a great thing.